to the Kamala Harris supporters. So, can you explain something to me? So, Democrats are constantly whining and complaining about Trump being immoral because cheating on wives and things like this. But how come no Democrats said anything about Clinton getting a blowjob from Monica Lewinsky in the White House? Literally while he's married to Hillary Clinton, in the office of president, he was actually doing this, and they didn't care.
Two reasons. This is not that presidency. So there's two people running, Trump and Kamala Harris.
Gee, I never thought of that.
And the second one, that was in the closet for a little bit. It came out later on.
No, it came out while he was in office. He was impeached for this, for lying under oath.
While he was in office. This stuff about Trump has been known before he was even running.
Trump was impeached twice. Like, are you forgetting that?
No, I'm not. I'm not forgetting that. It just seems like it's quite the double standard that Democrats.
I understand your argument. I understand your argument. I wasn't even. I don't even think I was alive when that happened. So when we're talking, I would urge you to like not group all of the Democrats, and we'll try and not group all of the MAGA supporters into it, because it's like very easy to be like, oh well, this MAGA supporter said this, and this Democrat said this, but that's not what we're debating. We should be debating policy, reasons why we're voting for who we're voting for.
But he called himself a MAGA, not a Republican. That's two different things.
Yeah, well, he said both. He said MAGA and Republican. But all I want to say is yeah, there's a double standard. Yeah, guys just proved the double standard with saying that, well, we're the piece of garbage. Okay, Donald Trump has said the same thing about us. What's your point?
Well, here's my point. So what I was trying to dive into, I think that Democrats, for instance, if the moral failings were not on Trump's end, but were on whatever the Democrat candidates' end were, that they wouldn't actually care about those things. They only care about them because they're Donald Trump's moral failings. But when they were, they didn't. That's why I bring up Clinton.
But it's not the same. You're equating a sexual relationship that happened between two people as the same thing as cheating on his wife, raping a woman.
You mean
1970,
Clinton? You mean Clinton?
No,
Clinton was. No. Clinton did all those things. He cheated on his wife while he was in the Oval Office, and he raped multiple women.
Really, proven in a court. With
right.
Yeah. There were civil cases against it. Yeah. I mean, unless you just don't believe the women. But I mean, they've been very public about it.
No, but I'm saying,
was he found liable?
I don't think he was found liable for it. But Trump wasn't. Trump wasn't found liable for grape.
Yes, he was.
From who?
From what's her name? Shas. I can never remember her name.
I forgot her name too. I ain't gonna.
E. Jean Carroll. He had to award her. I think it was like $83 million for it.
Okay, let's see. So Trump was, when you're talking about a civil suit, right?
Yeah, it was a civil suit only because of the timeline when it happened and when she reported it.
Okay, so liable for sexual abuse, award accuser $5 million, not $84 million, right? And you're talking about Jean E. Carroll?
I don't know, I can look it up.
Mm-hmm. And the verdict was split. You do realize, of course, that inside of a claims court like this, the standard of evidence is much lower than it is in criminal court. This is not actually proof. This is not actually proof of wrongdoing. By the way, it was for defamation. It was for defamation. It was for defamation. He wasn't found liable for rape.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. It was for. I'm reading the story. It's for defamation.
Would you read the court transcripts, because the judge literally calls it grape, like in the court.
Okay, but what was he held liable for?
Just because that's what he won.
Well, yeah. What was he held liable for?
Held liable for grape.
No, he wasn't. That's a lie. You're lying through your teeth. What was he actually held liable for? Stop lying. Yeah, she is.
Andrew, how old are you again?
I'm 40.
Point made.
So anyway, yeah, so he was never found liable for grape at all. That's just made up. It's like literally made up. By the way, that's disinformation, right? You would want to correct that?
Wait, let her cook, because she's looking it up right now.
Yeah, she can look it up, but it's for defamation. Yeah.
Let her cook.
Okay, we'll let her cook.
I was just trying to figure out who I should vote.
Literally what it says. That's literally what it says.
Okay, no, it was for defamation. It was not for grape. He was not found liable for grape.
Wait, real quick on it.
That's literally what it says.
How do you say it? Chake? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, it's my native name.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what's up. Oh, so you just wanted to know, like, what do you want to get out of this? Like policies?
Yeah, like policies and stuff like that. Who I should lean to.
Okay,
I'm kind of like lean to more with Donald Trump, but I just want to get both perspectives before I go vote. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's what's up. Andrew, do you want to give policies from Trump, and then we can get policies for Kamala?
Yeah, so I want to see more of Trump's tariff policies. I enjoyed the tariff policies first time around. I think they're a good idea. That's how the nation makes money, external taxes, especially the income tax. I think they're a great idea.
Do you understand the difference between the tariffs that he plans to implement now and the tariffs he has implemented in the past, like with Canada?
Yeah.
What's
right now,
difference?
well, right now he's talking about doing a broad sweeping tariff up to 30%, he's saying, on almost all imported goods which are coming into the United States.
Which would increase inflation and more money for goods.
Yeah, it would also increase jobs, and what I would be looking at is jobs more than anything else. So I want the wages. I want the wages of Americans to go.
More money.
But the thing
are you going to let me make the argument? If you let me make the argument, I'll let you make yours.
Wait, hold on. A lot of what the right argues about, though, is the economy and the cost of food and living. But you're literally saying that your president would add even more onto that.
Okay, no. What I'm saying to you is this. Can you tell me how in the world let's say you were president of the United States tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You're competing with Chinese labor forces, which can pay their labor force $3 an hour in order to compete with whatever product you're making. Can you tell me without a tariff how you would actually compete with them? How you would do it?
Sorry, repeat the question.
I'm asking him specifically. How would you compete with $3 an hour laborers absent a tariff, sir?
I do not know. I'm not the damn.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know. Of course not. Okay, so I mean, back over to you.
I'm not the president, so I don't have to make the laws.
Andrew, hold on. You're asking a literal single person like what they would do. Now, Donald Trump has been evaluated by Goldman Sachs and multiple other economists who believe that Kamala Harris's policy would do better significantly for the economy versus Donald Trump's tariffs. Now, I agree.
Hang on, can I answer to that first before we move to the next thing? So first, let me answer to the economist. Well, I'm just correcting you. I know it's not a question. I'm answering to this statement because it makes no sense. These same economists were wrong.
You don't need to correct me.
Yeah, but you're wrong. I've had to correct you this whole time because you've been nothing but wrong.
I know. I love it.
I didn't say it was a question. I'm asking if we can go a point at a time.
Wait, Chaka, I'm gonna give you Kamala's policies.
Dude, that wasn't a point.
Yeah, you said you said Goldman Sachs. So you trust Goldman Sachs economists, the same ones that said that Trump was going to crash the economy. He was going to crash the stock market coming into office.
He did.
It went to all-time highs under Trump. All-time highs. They were totally wrong.
Because he was riding out Obama's.
Then they were wrong.
Do you know what we're under right now?
Because it still happened.
We're still under Trump's tax.
Under COVID? It happened because of COVID, not because of any policy he had.
We're still under Trump's tax plan.
Yes, you're right, because he didn't have a fucking policy.
No, now you're just switching the goalposts. The economists who said that Trump, these are Goldman Sachs economists paid for, like Paul Krugman, claimed that Donald Trump was going to...
Okay, so to give you Kamala's policies, okay.
Oh, you beg people to come up to debate, and then you mute them.
Wait, okay, so I'm giving Shock because you got yours.
I'm just responding to your point. I waited for you to finish, and then when I started to go, you cut me off.
I didn't finish my point. I said that 5 times, that I didn't finish my point.
Then finish your point, and then can I actually respond to it?
Yeah. Are you
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The difference between like certain tariffs that he did at the beginning of his presidency, where they were in retaliation to a tariff that wasn't supposed to be there from the other people. This is a broad spectrum tariff, and whether it's just Goldman Sachs or many other economists, it doesn't matter, because ultimately he didn't do amazing things for the economy. He also, the tariff has been proven by multiple sources, not just Goldman Sachs, that it will raise the inflation, which you guys always bitch about. And then it's also not only just that, but then Kamala Harris's policy is supposed to help inflation, not make it worse.
How? What policy is going to help inflation?
Okay, so
Hang on, it's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn. What policy that Kamala Harris has is going to help inflation?
Wait, Andrew. Okay, so you gave Chocolate.
It's not 2v1. Can we just let us finish our convo real quick?
It literally, like, it is.
Oh, it is.
Okay,
so it's one Trump supporter
Andrew,
comes in and then it gets filibustered the whole time.
Andrew, you got to
She
explain.
promised that after she was done, we could have this exchange, and then you cut in immediately.
Yeah,
Just pointing that out.
It's an open discussion. Have you never done?
Yeah, I know, but why did you make the agreement?
Have you watched anything?
Why did you
I
make
was
the
just trying to
agreement with
tell-
me then? That you would
I was
have
just
this.
trying
That you
to-
would actually have this
Because they're
discussion.
on the same side. He can make whatever. He can make whatever.
No, you
argument he
did. You
wants.
made
So
you made an
literally-
agreement that I could respond to this, and then immediately.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna tell you what I'm
Okay.
gonna say in a second.
So, what is the Kamala Harris policy that's going to decrease inflation?
I'll let me specify. Okay. When I say inflation, I misspoke. I meant price of goods and money in your pocket.
So
Because inflation
Kamala's
is a
not going to
world-
increase or
Hold
decrease
on,
the inflation?
Andrew, you did it again. Andrew,
It's so funny.
Andrew, you did it again. You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish.
I'm just getting clarification.
Inflation is a worldwide. Inflation is a worldwide issue. It happened in Asia. It happened in Europe. It happened in South Africa. It's not a singular like United States problem. It's a causation correlation fallacy. Like, it doesn't work. And so me saying that like she's going to get more money in her pocket, more money, and with the price gouging policy that she wants to remove the exorbitant amount of prices that are on certain things in like grocery stores and on medicine, like those are all things that are going to get us more money in our pocket. I'm sorry if I said
okay.
the wrong word of inflation.
Okay, so to respond to this, first of all, that was not your original claim. Your original claim is, well, Republicans are always raging against inflation. And then you go on to say, but Kamala Harris herself has no policies against inflation. The second thing is you never actually, hang on, I thought it was my turn. No? So, and then you go on to say, you make kind of the bold claim that, well, wait a second, the tariffs don't work because economists say they don't work. Well, they do say that they work. Economists said that the Chinese, especially, we did 3 times more damage to their economy than anything that was done to ours by the trade tariff war that Trump had against them, which is good. It's the only way we can compete with Chinese labor. Now, to expand on this, I can prove this to you. Tell me how you would compete with Chinese labor absent a tariff. Tell me how.
Right. So just to be clear, I just literally just mentioned that I'm for tariffs as a retaliation to another tariff. That's what the tariff war is. That's what the tariff war is.
So then
But
why are you
the
complaining
broad-
about Trump's
but what
tariffs with
hold on,
China?
Hold on. You're so funny. You always complain when somebody cuts you off mid-sentence, and then you do it to the other people. So just to be clear.
Yeah, it's called tit for tat. You do it, I do it.
Okay, great. I can mute you.
And then you'll just be begging to have another person come up.
Literally.
There's a lot of people in the comments that don't come up right now, so I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
But just to be clear, the tariff and retaliation, I'm all for it because it's literally to help stop the tariff war, trade war that you're talking about. However, the tariffs that the economists are talking about are bad are specifically the broadband tariffs. They're not talking about the retaliated tariffs. They're talking about the literal broadband tariffs that Donald Trump wants to.
Yes,
have.
and that do you know?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, and here's why he wants those broad spectrum tariffs, because all of the countries which he has tariffs on have tariffs on our goods. So when I ask you, how do you compete with foreign labor absent tariffs? You say, well, you can't. I'm for tariffs in order to do that so that we can compete with their labor force. Donald Trump says, me too. So I'm going to implement tariffs against all the countries that have tariffs against us that pay their employees a lesser wage and can get away with it. And you go, but I don't like that because Orange Man bad. How does that make sense?
No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that because we're paying for it. China doesn't pay for it. Europe doesn't pay for it.
We pay for it with retaliatory tariffs too.
Hold on, my argument. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. My argument still stands, regardless of whether I used inflation incorrectly and should have used price of goods. Y'all are always complaining about the price of goods and the cost of things, yet you're willing to take this massive L when it comes to the economy to go for broadband tariffs. Also, it would add trillions to the deficit, which was proven by multiple economists, because of the way that we would have to add these manufacturing things that you guys are always complaining about, manufacturing jobs, even though our unemployment rate is one of the lowest it's been in decades. And you're going to sit here and be like, but we want this, we want that. Dude, it's literally more money out of our pocket, but yet you don't want.
This is the worst take. Yeah, these are the worst takes ever. I'll tell you exactly why. So to take number one, when you go, oh, we're at low unemployment rate, wages aren't rising. Wages aren't rising because of foreign competition. The only way you know of to deal with that is tariffs, because it's the only way that you can deal with it in order to get wages up inside the United States. I'm sorry. Just let you go through the whole thing. And of course, I can't respond, right? Okay, great. So anyway, back to where I was at before I was so rudely interrupted. When we're talking about tariffs, especially, yeah, of course. When we're talking about